Hello, my name is Kevin Lango. I'm with the Center for Telehealth and Cyber Medicine Research. I'd like to thank you for joining me again for the second part of the video training series. Today we're going to cover controlling a meeting and multi-point calls. Okay, to get started with controlling a meeting with the Vidyo 3.0 client, a couple things have changed. You can still control it through the web portal. So we'll go ahead and sign in here first. So if you watched the previous control meeting video, this is all going to look very similar to you. We're going to select this control meeting tab over here on the side. And the thing with controlling a meeting, it's how you control a multi-point call within the Vidyo system, where you want other participants all to meet in your room on Vidyo. That way you can conduct a meeting with more than just one person. So here under control meeting, we're going to go over here first. There's some icons that we'll talk about across the front here. The first one is add participants. When you click on that, it brings up the white search box that you see in the home screen. This is where you can search for other Vidyo users. So we can select Adrian's name and click add. As you see, it comes up down here as not connected. He's going to be part of the meeting, it's just we haven't started that connection yet. Another nice thing is if a legacy or Polycom or Tandberg system is already configured within Vidyo as an endpoint, you can also join those into your meeting as well. So we'll type in Columbia for the Columbia conference room here at the Center for Telehealth. Once again, you'll notice that its icon is different. It's the box with the arrow, signifying it is a Polycom or some other type of legacy system. Same thing, you'll select their name and click add, and now you'll see I have Adriano Rodriguez and Columbia down here waiting to be connected to the meeting. And we'll go ahead and add Denise Dion to this meeting as well. I'll highlight her name and add. All of these people are currently being added into your room. And as always, please remember you must yourself connect to your room. If I was already in a meeting and wanted to come back into this and connect another person, I could. Say this meeting was already going on and I wanted to add Charles to it. I could highlight his name and select Connect Direct, and it'll automatically call him and add him to the meeting that's already in session. But for these purposes, we'll just add him since we're not going to generate this call just yet. Once we're done adding people, we can come over here to Done, and it'll take you back to this main control meeting window where you can see, okay, we have our Vidyo users along with our conference room system, all still here under not connected. The next icon over at the top is we can go ahead and select Connect All, and that will connect all of these people into my room within Vidyo, where they'll be sitting, but once again, please remember you must join yourself in your own room, which can be done by this Join Room button over here. I'm not going to connect this call just because I don't know if these people are currently available or in another meeting. The next button is Disconnect All. So if this was a meeting that was ongoing and I had a video window open and the meeting was done, I could simply click Disconnect All and that would terminate the connection with all the other participants. The next icon over is Mute All. This will mute all participants' microphones that are within the call. This is something that you solely control. So if you want to mute everyone's microphone, you have that option, but they will not be able to unmute themselves. To do so, you'd have to hit Unmute All, or if you come down here by everybody's name, you'll see how icons pop up next to them. If these were connected calls, you would also have these microphone options within here as well. So that's unmute all. You can mute all, and if you click unmute all, it'll automatically turn everyone's microphones back on. You won't have to deal with the icons next to their name. But if you wanted to just turn one microphone back on, you would have that option. If these were connected calls, you'd have that microphone option down here as well. The next one is silence all. This is a new feature. What it does is it temporarily mutes the participant's microphone, but they have the power to unmute themselves. The next icon over is remove all. If you hit this X, it will dump all of these contacts or remove them from your either not connected or connected list. And once again, this is the join room, so you can join into your room once you have your meeting configured the way you'd like it. Next one over, we're going to talk about this lock room icon. What this does is it locks your room down and doesn't let any other participants join in unless you allow it or add them yourself. This keeps unwanted members if it's a private meeting, because if anybody can search your name within Vidyo, then they have access to joining your room. So if need be, if you need to make sure no one joins accidentally, make sure you click this button to lock your room. Next, we're going to take a look at controlling a meeting from the 3.0 client side, the new side of things. If you need to add participants and create your participant list before you initialize the meeting, I suggest that you use the web interface through the portal, referring back to the first part of this video. We're going to start off. To start this process, let's go ahead and join my room. And this will put me into my room. I'm there by myself, so that's why I'm getting a double picture of myself. So we're going to want to add participants from here. So we're going to go to this participants button down here in the toolbar and go up here to add participants. It works very same. It brings up my contact list of frequent contacts, but I can also search for contacts or legacy systems. In this instance, we're going to use the conference room in Columbia. So I highlight their name, and down here on the bottom, you'll see the invite button appears. And this is the main difference between the other thing, is it's going to, as soon as I hit invite, it's going to send a message to that system to connect, or if I was connecting to another user, it would send a message to them letting them know I was requesting them for a meeting. So once you send that invite, that call's generated and started and ready to go. So now we have the Center for Telehealth Columbia room online with this call. If you notice, I don't have those user commands that's in the web portal. If I need to get into those, there's a little briefcase down here. If I select that, it will then open up the web portal and take me to the directly to the control meeting function of the web portal, where I have my global controls again up here, where I can, as you remember, these affect all participants in the meeting, or I can go down here by the individual's name or unit's name and control them individually. And once again, once you're in this window, if you decide you want someone else, you can also add participants from this window to your conference. And once you're done with that, you exit out of the window, and to bring it back, you just select that briefcase again, and it will open up the web interface for you to control the meeting that way. So if you need to add contacts that you don't want connected right away, like I said, do it through the web portal, and that's where you'll have that option to do that. I'd like to thank you for joining me for this segment on how to control a meeting. Here's our contact information over at the Center for Telehealth. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Thank you for your time.